I'm Eric Plebani. I'm a designer at Cambridge Silversmiths.
My name is Amado Bator. I'm a designer. About 6 years ago, I started a company called S2H, or Switch to Health.
My name is Justin Levitz. I work for National Reprographics, which is known as NRI, is the acronym, and I handle the division of 3D printing.
My name is Jordan Sachs. I work for Koi Studios. We are a creative imaging company, and we specialize in retouching, CGI, digital photography, 3D printing, and 3D content. We have a bunch of different clients that range from pharmaceutical to products, to cosmetics.
They're activity tracking products. The Replay is a wrist-worn device that has a motion sensor in there, and it looks for a certain type of movement.
We have in-house designers. We deal with out-of-the-house or freelance designers.
Most of the stuff we get is architects, but we have industrial designers and architectural hardware manufacturers and engineering firms. There's kind of an array.
About 13 years since I was in school.
Since '96, I've just been designing whatever I can get my hands on.
We've been doing this as Koi for about 4 years, although I've been working with Russ and some of the other guys for almost 10 years.
Stratasys.
Z-Corp is the big one, yeah.
Stratasys, based out of Minneapolis. Z-Corp is also a player. Objet is a player.
We didn't look at Z-Corp. We actually have some, I think these are Z-Corp models, and they're a little bit rougher than what we were looking for.
Recently we discovered Objet.
I do know Objet from some stuff I've seen online, and honestly I can't remember any of the other brands.
So the main slogan is form, fit, and function. That's the slogan with 3D printing in general. That's the engineers. That's what they're interested in. What's the form? Does it match the form that I'm looking for? Fit. Does it fit with the other components that are meant to be assembled with it? And does it function properly if there's if there's movable components? Is it exact to what I modeled? And if not, then I got to go back and I'm going to change my design. I want it to be better.
A lot of the clients are very critical. They want to see the product as close to the final product as possible. That way they can visualize it. They can help sell it to people that maybe are not as creative and need to actually see a comp that's a hard physical comp.
And feel it.
And touch it, exactly.
Oh, it's the greatest. The toughest thing in the world is to take something from your mind and make it real. That is the toughest thing in this world to do. Whether you're trying to start a business, or you're trying to get married, or you're trying to make money, or whatever it is. But for a designer, that same idea, it's in his head, and to see it on a computer is nice, and a rendering is even nicer, animation even nicer. But to see it and hold it and touch it and feel it, that is probably some form of exhilaration for them.
They're ecstatic. I mean, that's once you sell one of them, you all of a sudden get bombarded, and they want to do all the new products that way.
I always realize that I shouldn't think of it just in the virtual space. I should always print it out. Like, I should do more printing, because the more you print, the more you're going to appreciate the design that you're working on.
Well, each company invents their own way to make a 3D print. Yeah. Just like a copier company has to invent a new way. Xerox has got their patent, you can't touch it. Canon's got theirs.
Some brands talk up like one printing technology over another. But I think at the end of the day, when you go to print an object, you're printing you first ask for the type of material. If there are any color requirements, that could be another part of the spec. And the resolution.
As far as features, I think Objet so far is the best, but I'm also the most familiar with Objet right now.
I do have a couple samples here, so you can see with other companies' product, you can actually feel the grooves, and that's the laser goes around the edge of the object and traces it. So what happens is that it takes a long time. If you're going to print these, each one has to be traced individually and then assembled together. With the Objet material, they have a couple different options. They have different materials that can also be combined together, so you can simulate rubbers and you can simulate softer surfaces and clear materials, acrylics as well. You can combine the material as well to create a third or a fourth version, so it'll mix the two together.
Are you going to be involved with the purchase decision making?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I was involved a lot. There's definitely other people involved as well. I try and make recommendations and be up to date on new technologies, new materials, and keep us state of the art.
So what was the deciding factor on this? Was it cost, technology, quality?
It was a quality. The cost is a lot more expensive than other machines we bought. A lot more expensive.
And so you chose to buy this because quality?
Because of the quality.
Because Objet's printers have really high resolution, and that was something we thought we needed for doing flatware.
Well, we're looking for quality and price, pretty much. We want a machine that's going to offer the best quality to our customers, and also be cost effective, that we can offer them a competitive product.
Resolution was the biggest one. Being able to get something off the machine that was easy to look at, and then ease of use was another thing, because on other printing technologies, cleaning pieces off was a process. And we're more designers here than we are like model shop guys,
right,
or guys that want to spend time to clean pieces. It was real easy to clean up the machine. It was like office friendly, and the models looked really good.
Like I said, some of the machines are a lot faster than the other machines. So the Objet machines have been printing a lot faster. That's what we found, and that's our current favorite machine.
Does this have features that other printers don't have?
It doesn't have features. It has a resolution and the materials. I would say the differentiating factor is the resolution. It's a higher resolution in the sense that each layer is thinner than most of the competitive manufacturers. And what does that do? That means that at the end of the day, when you get your model, you won't see any of the layering. It'll be a smooth surface finish. And that can be very important to customers who purchase this type of service.
Well, my biggest thing is the material. I'd like to see a more stable material. A lot of our pieces are pretty thin. So, you think a fork is like 2-3 millimeters thick. When it gets a little hot, parts warp. And if we had a material that was easy to clean up and didn't warp and held shape, and we could ship to China as a reference piece without worrying about it warping, that would be huge for us.
Increase the speed of the printing, and then increase the different material options that are available.
As they continue to advance their materials, which is I think what they're focused on, they've really got the technology.
Right.
Most of the manufacturers are not changing their machines, they're just changing the materials that they put through them, and that's creating more demand. And so, the change of materials can be more effective. The multi-material, when if the price of those machines come down, that could be effective for architecture possibly.
Simultaneously, you could print two types of densities of material, one being kind of soft and squishy or rubbery, another being hard at the same time. So you can print like kind of hybrid objects like that.
A simpler interface would be better.
I would like to see definitely colored materials. I'd like to see metallic materials, maybe more clear acrylics, and then I would say faster printing times. Objet seems to be a superior quality than what we've been working with currently. The stuff we've been working with currently has a limitation as far as the materials and the time and the resolution, and some of the new stuff that Objet has allows to create different materials, combine materials, and create a faster product with different surfaces. And that was where Objet really kind of blew me away, and I was really impressed was all the different materials that they were offering. And you can mix the materials together to create third and fourth and fifth materials, so that you could actually simulate the product that you're trying to achieve much closer than before. Besides the fact that the quality, the resolution is just amazing, and you can actually create some organic elements and real fine detail.
The other thing that's interesting is you can build interlocking pieces. You don't have to, you can just make stuff that works together and twist, which is, I don't know of any other printer that can do that. I think that's
Only Objet can do that?
I don't know of anybody else that can.
And this is all printed as
That's
one
on the
piece,
object. That's all in one piece.
and it's all movable, and it's amazing. That's really amazing.
This is a bicycle chain. Don't try and use it on your real bike. It will probably break. But it's fun in 3D printing.
That would mean a product that is possibly very slick, very refined, considered high end, may cost a little more, but you're getting the quality and maybe it's a little sexier of a product as well.
Innovative? Would they be?
Definitely innovative. Coming up with new ideas and leading the pack.
I think that would be a very brave statement for them to make, but it's a noble one. It's great to aim that high.
What does it mean to you?
The Apple 3D printing is like I just said. The machine will just work. I won't have to every time I send a file, I won't have to tweak it and run it again, and it's going to freeze up in the middle of a print job. I just send a file and it prints, like modern day laser printers. You just send a job and it prints.
Clean performance, good design, expensive. Those are kind of the things.
Innovation?
Yes, definitely innovative.
Are these the innovators? Or is Object the innovators, and are they the innovators in this line?
They're doing some really good things. I saw some of their hardened materials and mixed materials, and yeah, they're pretty innovative.
They are leading the design in the way their machine looks, the quality of the models, and they've got ingenuity. They are engineering new technologies that have never been released. So that is exciting, and it is unique. And what's interesting is how much passion and effort and intellect and thought goes into really making that a reality.